Hi, and welcome to Out of the Rough. I'm Fred Arnold, and in this show, we'll highlight opportunities and solutions to help get you out of the rough and into success, both financially and personally. In these tough economic times, I want to bring you practical solutions to many of today's challenges. Today, we're very fortunate to have the President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, Terri Crain. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Fred.
And this is appropriate. It's the Chamber edition of Out of the Rough. Since you've taken over, Terri, you have instituted a few things, and one happens to be a roundtable with yourself, the President, to find out issues that businesses are facing now.
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Great. Well, when I first came on board, one of the first steps that we took is we did a survey of all the membership. And one overwhelming comment was that the membership felt that they didn't have access to the leadership. So I developed this program called Roundtable with the President. It's an open forum where the members can come in, sit down, ask questions, voice their opinion, give me suggestions and ideas. It's held on the last Tuesday of every month.
Last Tuesday of each month.
Last Tuesday of each month. And at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we limit it to about 10 people, and it's been a huge success. We've gotten some fabulous ideas. One of the ideas that has kind of rolled out from that is we're going to be launching a new business owners roundtable.
Okay, a business owners roundtable. Tell us about how that looks and what that's going to be like.
Well, that's going to also be a small group of seasoned business owners that just come in and have one-to-one roundtable conversations on the challenges that they face as the business owner. It's focused on CEOs and presidents because they, as we all know, business owners have different challenges than, say, the managers or the staff have. So the membership came back and said, this is what we want to see. And I said, okay, great, we'll put it together. And so that's going to be rolling out here in about a month or so.
I really like that. And let's touch upon this. So it's a roundtable with the President, with Terri Crain. Now, how do you get on that list to be able to attend one of these roundtables to give your 2 cents on different issues, or at least inquire on different issues?
Well, you just email me at tcrain@scvchamber.com, and that's Crain, C-R-A-I-N, at scvchamber.com.
And then you put together a short list and you bring them together. And that is the last Tuesday of the month at 10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
So what came out of that was the Business Owners Roundtable.
Yes.
And attendees of those get together. Now, is it limited to business size or type of business, or what was the strategy? I may or may not think my business would be appropriate or be allowed to be a part of that group. Have you put the parameters together for that?
Well, yeah, the primary target is business with 10 or more employees because we do have in place currently, it's called the Micro Enterprise Committee, and they focus on small home-based business owners with 1 to 5 employees. So we wanted to move it up a level because, business owners with more employees obviously face different challenges than the smaller home-based businesses. So we're filling 2 niches now, which is huge. And the membership is really respecting that.
I think that's, I'm sorry to interrupt
okay.
you. I think that's really important because there's a mid-sized business
Yes.
that also feels sometimes they're not heard.
Right.
And they're not big enough to be a national firm, but they're certainly the movers of the economy. And I think it's an important niche that you're able to fill, the Chamber of Commerce. And I like the fact that the members now can go to leadership, which is absolutely critical for them to be heard. So tell me about, so let's transition over to the Micro Enterprise Committee.
Yes. The Micro Enterprise Committee meets on the first Friday of every month at 9 in the morning at the Chamber of Commerce office. And if you'd like to join that group, you just email me again at tcrain@scvchamber.com. And they're a really strong group of small business owners, again, and home-based businesses and they discuss different challenges that they face. One thing home-based business owners face, one challenge that they face is a feeling of isolation because they work in home and they don't get a lot of foot traffic or conversation with their peers. So this gives them an opportunity to come out and network with their peers. So it's been a great success. It's been in place about a year now, and we have a really strong group. So anyway.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I'm becoming more familiar, even though I've been a member for such a long time. And it's important we get that information out to those that are listening and the businesses out there. Let's talk about a couple of other key committees that the Chamber of Commerce has, the Government Affairs and Transportation. Let's start with Government Affairs.
Well, Government Affairs Committee is a long-standing committee. We currently have a lobbyist that works for the Chamber, and out of the Government Affairs Committee and the lobbying that we've been doing, we've put together with another outside group a March annual trip to Sacramento.
So in March, it's an annual trip to Sacramento
Right.
to address issues with the city of Santa Clarita or the Santa Clarita Valley.
Correct. With our state legislators.
Mm-hmm.
So we get a voice to be heard. It's about 75 people that make that annual trek up there, and I think you were on with us last time.
Sure, absolutely.
And yeah, we actually go and we have a voice and we get heard, and you know, whether we impact change or not, at least they know we're here.
I think that's critical. Going on that trip each year, it's important that if you're involved in the city at all, if you're a business leader or business owner, you want to make sure you go to these events because one, you find out a lot of what's going on in Sacramento, and the other thing that's really important is you find out, you feel like you're heard because you're able to actually, elected officials put a face with the name.
Right.
So that's important. Government Affairs or Transportation Committee.
Transportation is also another subcommittee. It's hosted by a gentleman named Victor Lindenheim.
Victor.
Victor. Yes, he has an organization called the Golden State Gateway Coalition, and their mission and vision is to advocate for local transportation issues on highway construction. And city officials come to that, the mayor's a part of that, people from, you know, Buck McKeon's office. I mean, we have quite a large group, and they work and they advocate for, you know, highway improvements and road improvements and widening the transportation corridor.
Which is important. We got the 514. We've got a lot of commerce throughout the country comes through Santa Clarita.
Yes.
Let's talk about. We have about 1 minute left. The subcommittees, some of the smaller committees,
Right.
Subcommittees that are involved but make a huge impact that you can get involved with as a business in the Santa Clarita Valley.
Well, one of our key committees is our ambassador committee, and I can't say enough about our ambassadors. They are the arms and legs on the street of the chamber. They're also our key go-to volunteers, and they can be seen at every event. So it's a great way to get involved, whether you're a large business, small business, medium business. That's a great place to start.
So it's the ambassador program where you really are an ambassador for the chamber, but you meet a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, perfect.
And then we have different event committees. All of our large annual events have a committee attached to them because we couldn't do it without that help. So we have a golf tournament subcommittee that helps plan our annual golf
And the
tournament.
golf tournament's in the springtime.
Yes, it is, in April. We have an expo committee that plans our big 3-day taste of / expo that's in the fall, as well as our installation awards banquet that's every year in January. So that's a great way.
And there's other committees to get involved with, which is important. The chamber, scvchamber.com
Correct.
to find out more information,
Right.
and the chamber phone number at
Is
the office.
661-702-6977.
Great, and your email again?
Is T Crain, and that's CRAIN at scvchamber.com.
Well, great. And if you want to be a part of this show, which is Out of the Rough Chamber Edition, and you are a member of the Chamber of Commerce, just email fred@fredarnold.com. What we're trying to do is highlight your business on how your product can either help get a business and or different citizens out of the rough and into success during these tough times. Thank you very much for coming.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to jump to a quick break, but when we come back, we've got Fred Krieger, mortgage professional with American Family Funding, and he's going to talk about all you need to know on reverse mortgages.